Hey guys! So today you and I are going to talk about asking me questions. So let's get into it. So the question in question was literally that. Frederick, do I ask you questions by committing comments or submitting comments on your channel? Yes, you do. And any other way that you can get a hold of me. So to give you something more than that's how you do it, let me explain this a little bit because it may not be obvious to everybody what's going on and so forth. Because the thing that may not be super obvious if you've been following along my little videos and so forth is that you're not really watching a channel made by someone who actually knows how to do that well. I'm not a YouTuber, guys. I'm not a vlogger. Well, technically I am. I'm as much a vlogger and influencer as you would be if you wrote a grocery list and called yourself an author. It's basically the same deal. I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm like literally not doing this for growth or anything like that. And the intention isn't really to make a platform or anything like that where you can sort of submit your questions and like, oh, we're going to do this in a really professional fashion and do like a column type of thing or something like that. That's not the intention here. The reason why I make these videos comes down to my personal growth, basically. So when I first started, the intention I had was to prepare myself for things such as teaching, speaking in public, and improving my oration or rhetoric, like call it what you want, basically be able to speak well and without a lot of issues when it comes to listening to what I say and so on. And then of course the added benefit is that I get to talk about a subject that I care quite a lot about because I do software development and I am a professional grade software developer. I would like to call myself that at the very least, and I have been that for it's over 10 years now at the very least. If you go all the way back to any ancient times and look, you just reverse the date on like the list of my videos and check the old stuff. That's me, I think that's when I started on my second job or something like that, I think, ish. I can't remember exactly, but it is in that ballpark. And so that's the reason why I don't really advocate or advertise or anything like that for connecting to me and how to do that. If you really want to get a hold of me, it is as easy as doing a Google search on my name and finding me on things like LinkedIn, or if it's like posting a comment on my comment section. I usually read them. I don't like just FYI, guys. I try my best to reply to things that people post in the comment section, or if you send me an email, or if you send me a DM or something like that on LinkedIn. That's the stuff that I try to be active doing. The reason you may or may not see whatever video I make based on the question has much more to do with, not that I haven't made it. Most of the questions that I get, I try to convert into an actual video because, as I said, the intention isn't to figure out if this video is going to like hit I don't know, millions of views or something silly like that. It's literally just me talking about a subject that I care about so that I can practice speaking, and hopefully it will teach you something in the process, or at the very least you get to see my thoughts on the thing. Whether it teaches you something or not, well, that I don't know, but at the very least that's the whole deal basically. And so when you reach out to me, you're like, I've had people who have had conversations with me. I've had video calls with random people who just ping me and ask, hey Frederick, I'm going through this thing, I'm going to make a decision, could I get, pick your brain for an hour or something like that? And I go, yeah, let's do a video call, because I am first and foremost a software developer, and this is just a little hobby channel that I have to practice for my own sake. So that's the reason why it's might feel unprofessional, because it is, and the reason why you might not actually have an easy time getting a hold of me in some obvious way or something like that. You're gonna have to do a little bit of work and like go through the back channels and stuff like that to get a hold of me. And I have absolutely no ambition whatsoever to make it more advanced than that or develop it and so forth. I've been very flattered by some offers from bigger channels and like publishing companies and stuff like that. But overall, it's just something I do for fun, and I am as ordinary as mud when it comes to like all of this sort of stuff, right? There is no I'm in no way trying to reach for the stars and become some influencer, become one of those profiles that you might listen to when it comes to tech talks and stuff like that. It's not really my focus. My focus is to be a really, hopefully, a decent software developer, and I have a full-time job doing that, and so hopefully those experiences that I share with you will be relevant to you. Of course, not everything is going to resonate with you, and not everything you're going to agree with me on, but all I promise you is that it's going to be real. It's going to come from a random person who does hopefully this thing that you're doing, because I hope that a lot of you are software developers, or maybe you want to be software developers, and it's just going to be from a peer, because that's all I'm really trying to be here. I'm just trying to be a peer explaining my thoughts on something that we share as a common interest, and something that I've been doing professionally for for a little while at the very least. So what I want you to take away from this is that yes, if you want to get a hold of me, it is as easy as Googling my name, going to LinkedIn or some other, like I'm not much for social media, guys. I don't like have more. I have like LinkedIn, and that's basically. Oh no, I'm wrong. I did start an Instagram account because my mother very much wanted me to have one, so she could see me trying to learn how to do art. So if you want to check that out, go and check out me doing art. It's every bit as amazing as you can probably imagine. And apart from that, I just put a comment on a video somewhere or something. I usually try to get back to you. I can't promise that I always will, because as I said, it's not something I have no staff, there's nothing like that. I mean, I even got to the point where I'm so lazy now that a few people noticed in an old video that I made that the title was sort of weird, because the title was the same thing I was saying for the first few seconds of the video, and the reason behind that is because I'm AI driven now. The channel is AI driven. I made a silly little C# program, like a console application, that literally just does a bunch of processing and automates the whole process of doing the walking video and then uploading like a snippet of the video to the OpenAPI API server for voice to chat, converts that into text so that I can get back and make it the title. So I've tried to, I've just done it as lazily as I can, and that is at the level that I'm going to keep this for the foreseeable future. So if you really want to get a hold of me, comment, email me, send me a LinkedIn message, or I don't know, stuff like that. And most of the time, guys, just try to remember that I'm really not much for like a lot of fanfare or stuff like that. If you connect with me, odds are that I will get back to you as soon as I have time over, or I'm not doing something else or coding on something and so forth. And if you really want to talk to me in person, we can probably make that happen. Have a great day.